BuzzChomp is back with more of Foundation. This week it's episode 10, the season finale. I'm Dan Salem, and it's a revolution, baby. I must begin by pointing out that I was right the entire time, all along. Gaal is Salvor's mother, just like I thought. They took her egg, combined to make a baby, and then impregnated inside the surrogate parents that raised Salvor. Called it. Harry is at both foundations. Unfortunately, the vault isn't a doorway. It was literally Harry as a machine, because when he died, he had machines break them all down and re-heal them. And so, the vault is literally Harry. So it kind of has his consciousness, except that it only seems to be able to stay awake for so long because it has to repower up, and then it protects itself with the null field. But Salvor is special because Gaal is special, and so she can approach. I was right. The Empire falls. I was right. We jumped 130 years into the future. I have a feeling season 2 is going to bounce between the now past and the present future, because Gaal and Salvor are together in the future. The revolution has officially begun. I mean, the Foundation itself was a revolution all along. I knew that. I said that. It wasn't necessarily about preserving human knowledge. It was about preserving human. He was cultivating people that could survive, people that could build a new civilization on the rubble of the fallen empire. An empire is falling because I think their servant, the lone android left in the galaxy, is taking them down from the inside. I think she is part of the revolution that helped alter the DNA of Empire. She's the last of her kind, and humans basically wiped her out and then enslaved her. Well, she rips her face off at the end. I think she's revolting. Empire is crumbling. They killed Brother Dawn, even though Brother Day saw the good and tried to save him. Brother Dusk wanted to end him. The android murdered him. The revolution has begun. The Foundation, the 3 pillars that Harry said, Foundation number 1, has stood up. You got the Outer Reach, you've got the Foundation folk, the settlers, and they basically freed themselves from the Empire by tricking Empire to stay away. This is Foundation number 1, the one that the Empire is aware of. Foundation number 2 is what Gaal and Salvor are going to build on Gaal's homeworld. We're not sure where the people are there, what happened, but it's 130 years in the future, so yes. Salvor discovered that she was seeing her parents' memories and connecting with her parents as opposed to Harry. That's what happened through the vault or her own abilities. It's not entirely clear where Salvor's powers come from, but Gaal can feel the future. Salvor can touch the past through her parents' memories, and probably much larger. She can really see other people's pasts as well. There are 2 Harrys. There's the Harry hologram out of the knife, which Gaal has, and there's the Harry machine in the vault on Terminus. They are going to be able to talk to each other. I mean, the whole point of 2 foundations, yes, one is able to be destroyed while the other can build, but when the foundation itself is the revolution, you want them on opposite points, both hidden, so you can do a pincer move on the Empire and then build up a new civilization. They're going to talk. It may not be an inherent doorway to begin with, but I kind of feel like Harry can walk between 2. They just have to build another vault at Foundation number 2, and then there's 2 Harrys, 2 vaults, doorway, wormhole. Hugo is now the captain of the Invictus ghost ship. He's going to figure out how to pilot the damn thing, and he can blink over to where Salvor is and blink back. The problem being, this is 130 years in the future. But I said all along, I believe Invictus can actually travel through space and time. We just haven't seen it. They don't understand how to work it yet, but they'll figure it out. They're going to jump. I mean, it's going to happen, right? That's why I think we're going to straddle the past and the present. But the whole thing is a revolution. It's a revolution against Empire. It's a revolution against a way of life. It's a re-standing up of human civilizations with supposedly the best of us, the survivors, the smartest. This is a very idealistic view, but Harry has painted himself as a martyr god, and that's kind of what happens. Unfortunately, that path often leads to the same downfall that Empire is befalling. But a revolution is cyclical, and a standing up and a falling down is part of what creation of civilization actually is. This is a large-scale show in its story. We are really starting to span it and see the edges of the universe in the show. I'm excited for season 2. I'm really intrigued what changed between the original books and the show, because in the books, Gaal and Salvor were both men. So were they father-son, or were they just searching one out? I don't know. But the mother-daughter angle is great. I called it after episode 1, and they didn't tell us until episode 10, but it really played out nicely. The revolution. I mean, you know that Empire is being revolted against. You know Foundation itself is the revolution. Harry is a revolutionary. Yet they didn't tell us till the very end, and they kind of threw us red herrings along the way. Very nicely done. I'm Dan Salem. Subscribe to BuzzChomp for more of Foundation and other great television, and comment below with your thoughts on the season finale and where we might go in a season 2. Woo!